I've recently watched Fully Cooley and wanted to share my thoughts on why it's a masterpiece. Fully Cooley presents itself as a coming-of-age story, with the main character being an elementary school student, Naota. In the first scene of the show, it tells us that nothing interesting ever happens.
Everything is ordinary.
And his life is completely ordinary. But from watching the show, we know that it's far from it. Fully Cooley is full of nonsensical and bizarre events. But when you start to look into it, there's a lot of innuendos and vague interpretations that you can make out of it. The fact that we know nothing of what's going on the screen is brilliant. It definitely is sort of confusing at times. Sort of is an understatement. First off, let's look at the main character, Naota. His brother left him and went to the USA, leaving his girlfriend Mamimi behind. Naota seems to look up to his brother a lot, and thinks of himself as a more mature person than the people around him, which I can't really blame him for it. Even though he thinks of himself as a mature person, the fact doesn't change that he's still a kid. He still makes mistakes and has insecurities. We can see it in the show that he's confused on what to do and makes bad decisions. The show tells the progressive story of Naota becoming a more mature person than he is in the start of the show, with him being involved with his brother's girlfriend, meeting aliens, and so on. Naota can grow robots out of his head, which is weird, but the way the show presents it makes it very interesting and entertaining to watch. Now, let's talk about Mamimi, one of the coolest characters in the show. A high school girl, smokes, commits arson, prays to a robot, and has attachment issues. The first time she's introduced in the show, you can't help but feel sort of pitiful for her. She has a really good character design and a very interesting story. Overall, she's a cool character. I enjoyed her development in the show.
If I don't do it, I'll overflow.
What do you mean? What'll happen?
Probably something amazing.
Moving on, Haruko, alien woman that uses a child to get back with her ex, uses a guitar and a Vespa to repeatedly hit a kid in the head. She uses Naota and shows affection to him to get personal gain, which is using Naota's empty head to get back at him as her ex. She was a fun character for sure, and I enjoyed it. She always has this bit where she hits people with a Vespa and hits stuff with her guitar. It's strange, but it just works. In the end, she didn't meet her goal and left the planet. She was a crucial character, and seeing her plan convey was fun. Next up is Ninamori. I completely love this character. I do not know why. The way her character develops in the third episode, and the way she interacts with Naota, I don't know, I just find it very appealing. The ending of the third episode was great. It shows that she's open about her real self, only towards specific people like Naota. She also has purple hair, she's cold, the main character. What more can you ask from a fictional female character? Like, come on. The last two things I'm going to talk about is the animation and the literal art that is the soundtrack. The soundtrack in this is completely amazing. All of them are good. They have a sort of nostalgic vibe to them, which I like a lot. My personal favorites are Ride on the Shooting Star, The Last Dinosaur, and Runner's High. I repeated these songs for a few days in a row now. Send help please. The animation in this show is just art, absolute art. It's so smooth, and the references in this show are great. The art style is also very appealing. Basically, it's great. I'm not going to sit here and say that I understood every aspect that happened in the show, but it was very entertaining. It's nothing short of a masterpiece. So before ending this video, I just wanted to say I wrote this essay about a few years ago, and towards the end, you can tell that I got lazy and just started writing stuff down without thinking. I could have fixed a few stuff here and there, but I decided to keep the essay as it is, as a reminder of what I made, of what a younger me thought back then. Damn, that was pretentious. Thanks for watching.